right.
All right, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Doing it? I'm a little bit jealous that Tyler got to catch a pass or get a run there. I mean, are you asking Coach Shane, you got to draw something for me, right?
This was the first question.
Yeah.
No, that would have been a unit touchdown. That's a unit play. Tyler can move, Tyler can catch, he can do all that. I'm fired up. Coach Malzahn was happy you didn't do that. I kind of wanted him to. Yeah.
So you're what, like 6'9", 6'10"?
6'10".
So they could put you at the back of the end zone, right? They could put it up, and you'd be the only guy that would get it. Is that? You think that?
I know that. Yeah. You should have told Coach Malzahn. He was just here. Yeah.
You guys talk about how you guys, you're one of the new tackles, obviously you and Tyler, but how do you feel like you continue to progress and gel with the rest of the line?
Oh yeah, we got a very good unit. I think we've gotten better every week. I think, we take pride in being able to run the ball. We take pride when, guys are making big plays, and we have so many talented guys like that. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I think we're really gelling as a unit. All 5 guys and then everybody else in the unit, we're all really, really close.
Ryan, 2 quick questions. First of all, do you think this most recent game was the best O-line's best game so far, and what's the next little things you guys have to hit to get better?
Yeah, that's what's encouraging is, we played well. You watch the film, we can play better. So yeah, you score 70 points, you put up good numbers and all that stuff, but we still haven't played our best football. So that's very encouraging. Yeah.
What was the coaching like when you guys were making mistakes with the penalties, turnovers? What was the message from coaches that you guys really focused in on?
Yeah, so you said 2 things there. Penalties are really about discipline, right? Penalties are about, you have to play with confidence. You have to go back to your fundamentals and your training when adversity hits and stuff like that. So penalties are really about discipline. Turnovers are really about, in my mind, as an old lineman, staying on schedule. If you're not in the 3rd and longs, you don't have those negative plays, I think the offense flows a lot better. So more so staying on schedule, and that includes running the ball, that includes just playing complementary football.
Ryan, last time we spoke, you said you were a big film guy. You kind of watched the film where you can improve your game and kind of get better. What have you saw now up to game 6 where you have gotten better and that unit has gotten better overall?
Yeah, I think, when you have new pieces on an O-line and, you look at the pieces, everybody's played a lot of football at a high level, but not next to the same guys that they're used to. So, you look early on, you see stuff like twists aren't getting passed off as quickly. You see sometimes communication, you're talking about something, but he might not know what I mean, and it needs to be 5 people, but 1 set of eyes, and that's hard to do, right? So as we've gone on, I think the communication has gotten simpler to where we can now communicate better. I think the chemistry has gotten better, and I'm not saying when we started we're playing bad football either. We've been playing good, and I think the goal is to just keep on playing better and better and better.
Your early thoughts on ECU? They played a 4-overtime game on Saturday night.
Yeah, every game's been competitive with them. They've played everybody real close. We've gotten 2 extra days since we played on Thursday to kind of dive into that film. The defense, they got guys that can make plays. I feel like they really want to, create negative plays. They really want to make a lot of plays. So it's our job to try and eliminate that. They want to, they want to get you off schedule. So they're a good unit. I only watch the defense. Every game's close. They make a lot of plays. It's going to be a good challenge.
We're going into the latter part of October. This will be your first true road game, getting on a plane and going somewhere. How will that be different? What will be important? I know they're known for having one of the more rowdy atmospheres in the league. What will be important for you guys on offense when you're going into an environment like that?
Yeah, it's definitely challenging playing in a hostile environment. We've got veteran guys everywhere. A lot of guys that played in those hard road games. I trust Coach Malzahn and the staff to prepare us this week. If it's crowd noise, stuff like that. I've heard, maybe we'll wear some earmuff, or what are they? The little things you put in your ear, your helmet. Just make it a little bit harder when you're on the practice field, playing without being able to hear completely. Stuff like that, but there's really no mimicking a true hardcore road environment. So just relying on us being veterans and knowing the process of that.
Ryan back here. You guys, they're coming off a big emotional win, kind of like we talked about. In your experience as a player, what's it like when you get a team right after a huge emotional win and then having to go into a hostile environment like that?
Yeah, I think teams generally take games one game at a time. We're going to get their best shot. I'm sure they have a lot of confidence, and you can look at us too. You know, we scored 70 points, but we understand not one of those points is going to come with us to ECU. So, yeah, just preparing each game one by one and taking each opponent standalone.
Ryan, you being a transfer, so another position group that had a lot of transfers, much like the O-line, was the linebackers. And you being the O-line, you have the very unique advantage to kind of evaluate how much they've improved. What kind of a jump have you seen throughout the year from them, and what kind of, for lack of a better word, description or word would you use for the kind of their style of play?
Yeah, fast and physical.
Oh, yeah, 2 words, cool.
Yeah, double. I watched, really during the games, just up on the big screen. When it's 3rd and long, I'm really locked in on the screen, and they're flying around. They hit, and it's some serious speed. I wouldn't want to be playing against them really, because those guys make it hard for a lineman.
Ryan, coming off the last 2 wins here at the Bounce House, 2 dominant wins in the conference, a conference game on the road. What do you do to keep that momentum going, as Coach Mazzon's been saying, improving each and every single week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, I trust Coach Malzahn and Coach Hand and the whole staff. They've been here before. They've done it a lot. So they're going to put the plan in place for us. It's my job and it's our job to buy in 100%, to do exactly what they want. And I have absolute confidence that if I buy into their plan and I do everything that they say, that we're going to continue to improve.
Ryan, can you talk a little bit about the energy, like the vibe around the locker room, the program right now within you guys? I know how we feel on the outside, but how is that vibe on the inside?
Vibe of the locker room. The vibe of the locker room is good. Yeah. I don't know. Things are good.
I mean, I'll be honest, the fans are a bit tense about going into this game. It kind of seems like a trap game, so I don't know if it's like a confidence where you guys are like walking around like ready to play, or are you guys as tense as the fans, or is it just like kind of happy-go-lucky, we just came off 70 points? Like, what is that like right now in the locker room?
Yeah, I think a trap game implies that, you have a lesser opponent, you don't take them seriously. ECU is a very good team. Again, I was talking about their defense. It's going to be a great challenge. We're going to be prepared for it. Again, I was saying, we take each game standalone. That's how we take this game. It's the most important game of the season because it's the next game.
What have you seen over the last game and a half from John Rice Plumlee that's been a little bit different?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to looking at this on Twitter, Trace. I love the snapshots. I always follow those. Yeah. John Rice Plumlee. Yeah, Coach was just talking about it. He goes through his progressions. He's been making plays all year, and as an old lineman, you see your quarterback just making these great plays. It gives you a little extra drive to say, maybe if we just block for this much longer, even if the play breaks down, we can, he'll make something happen. He's been playing great football. It gives everybody confidence when he's running it, when he's throwing it, when he's making all these great reads. It elevates everybody to another level.
Have you ever been to Greenville, North Carolina?
I have not, and I've not tried the barbecue either.
Are you a barbecue guy? Because guys, I was surprised. He's not a big fan. It didn't seem like barbecue. What about you? Are you a barbecue guy?
As an old lineman, I think I'm obligated to say I will like all foods. Yeah, I like barbecue. I like good barbecue, rack of ribs. Oh yeah, I've not been to Greenville. I've not tried that barbecue.
Okay. Good stuff.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.